94.9 KLTY.
I need some good news, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Imagine this. 3 years ago, Hillary, Tony Colley barely had enough money to feed himself. He was what we call food insecure. Tony, tell us what that was like.
My first meal of the day was typically 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Just so that I could keep up appearances in front of my roommate, I would skip breakfast, and that was pretty much how I lived for about a year.
But then something great happened for you, Tony. You landed a job as a part-time event manager for a catering company, and that seemed to open your eyes to all of the food waste that was going on in that industry.
On my first event, I started rescuing food because I knew that not only could I use some of this food for myself, but there were others out there who could use some as well.
So you started rescuing some of that food, but at some point, there was only so much you could do.
I became extremely frustrated, and in that moment of frustration, as I was riding my bike to the shelter overloaded with food, an Uber Eats guy whipped past me on his bike with a bag on his back.
Right.
I had that light bulb moment where I said, I wonder if I could hire Uber drivers to do rescues for me.
And in that moment, B12 Give was born. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so B12 Give is basically we're a for-profit social enterprise operating as a food delivery app for food retailers with surplus food at the end of the day.
Yeah, Bonnie, it's amazing. Businesses participating in this program just send a text to Tony whenever they have food to pick up, and then he can drive it over to the charities within the hour. Tony, that is so cool.
Yeah, I love it.
I can tell.
I'm a little bit biased, but yeah, I love it.
You should, because you're changing lives.
I never expected this. I never planned to do this.
But sometimes God has a way of just flinging doors open, and the right people just need to walk through them to make things happen.
And today, by the way, we've rescued officially 12,000 pounds of food.
12,000 pounds of food. Tony, here at KLTY, we have a program called Speak Love. It's about being deliberate with your kindness. Random acts of kindness are great, but we want you to be deliberate, to go out of your way to love and help one another. And Tony, you're an official member now.
Thank you.
Bonnie, we should get him a t-shirt very soon.
Very soon. And in the meantime, that is our good news worth sharing.
So pass it along.